Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well,
Wow.
we're back doing Down Under.
I thought we were done. I thought we were finished. How do we get back
Plot twist, bitches.
here?
We're back.
We're back.
You thought we did the last of Down Under, but you were wrong. Kia ora, queens, and welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay. I am currently drinking on an iced coffee. Woo! That's all.
And hello, everyone. I am Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea to the tea and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. I am not drinking anything because I was too excited to grab anything. So I just got my cup mug. Period. And you can get your cup mug at lanagscreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses, unless there are some excuses, which could be your postal services being delayed or something with the stuff. But like I always say, a delay is not a denial. So you can still get it. It might take some time, but it will come. You'll get it.
Yes, period. God. Oh, goodness. And we are back because no big deal or anything. But today, we're just having a little casual chat with the winner of Drag Race Down Under Season 4, Lazy Susan.
Yes. Baby, when I say I'm so excited to talk to Lazy Susan, I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
I'm so excited. I can't wait for you all to join in and see this beautiful conversation. So we're going to dive into that. Before we do, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag race, drag interviews, all those lovely drag things. And make sure to check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access. And once again, shout out to dearly departed, the Vivian. And without further ado, let's dive into the Lazy Susan. Lazy.
I feel like I'm in the presence of celebrities because I've been watching some of your stuff. Why I tried to not watch too many of the reactions because I like to just like let it exist. But I did see some of your initial stuff, so I feel like I know you guys.
Okay, please don't do that to me because I'll start crying.
I love it.
I love you so much.
We love you. Well, there is nothing lazy about this queen whatsoever. It's Lazy Susan, the winner. The winner. Can we have a group freak out moment for a second?
Yeah.
Because, oh my God, you won Drag Race Down Under.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
No. Has it sunk in? Has it sunk in? Are you still?
I think we're getting there. Like it's been kind of like a weird experience. Like the imposter syndrome is not really getting off my neck just yet, but that's why we have therapy. But like I was out visiting my family for Christmas in like a place called East Gippsland, middle of bumfuck nowhere, going to the One Thaggy Playhouse to watch Wicked. There were 4 people in the cinema, and one of the people sent me a message afterwards being like, I saw you and your family at One Thaggy Playhouse. Just didn't want to walk up to you. And I was like, bitch, I am a celebrity. If I'm getting recognized in One Thaggy, it's over for me.
I live. Well, congratulations, darling. We are so happy for you and this entire cast. You all gave a great season of television. A phenomenal season of television, I might add.
Thank you. And thank you so much for covering it. I mean, listen, I come from I used to do reacts to Drag Race and then also make kick-ons in the back shed of my house. So it's like I feel like I come from that world like that. I love any attention on Down Under is the best thing ever because it's kind of hard to get eyes down here. And so thank you for your work.
Absolutely. We're more than happy to. I mean, at the end of the day, we cover everything, but the Down Under queens have always been so good to us.
Yes.
Like we had what 6 or 7 of your season 3 sisters on for our podcast this season. It was just Down Under's always been so good to us. We just feel like we have to be good to you all as well, and we're so happy to get to talk to you today because oh my god, how fun. All right, so we want to know because Lazy Susan is a bit of an interesting drag name. Where did that drag name come from, and did you steal it from Plain Jane?
You know what? It's been such a tough year with the Lazy Susan on Drag Race.
I believe it.
No, I have been Lazy Susan for 8.5 years, so I did
Love
get
it.
in a little bit before the conception of her child. But you know,
Mhm.
as a Lazy Susan, it's of course like ripe for the picking as a drag name, and so we need to embrace the Lazy Susans of the world. We're forming a union, a ministry of
Yes.
lazy, and together we're gonna like come together to fight crime. So thankfully. Thankfully, there are a lot of Lazy Susans in the world. There's one in Brighton in the UK. There's one
Oh,
in
wonderful.
America. Yeah, so we're all over the place. So it's more of a franchisee situation. But I always say
Great.
that you sit down in the middle of a table and spin around enough for wealthy businessmen, they're going to call you something. And Lazy Susan was what they called me. Yeah.
Period.
I love it.
Look, I put on my best Lazy Susan inspired shirt just for this interview because I was like, this is my laziest Susan kind of shirt because
I
yeah,
live.
very
Yeah,
comfortable.
that's it. Well, we prize comfort over everything.
Period.
Yes.
That's the
That is my
Lazy Susan way. Yeah.
Yes,
but
yes.
so I need to know, how did you feel about when you found out that Michelle Visage was going to be the host this year? What
I
did
was
you think?
fucking thrilled about that. No, I think Michelle is such an icon. She judged me the first time I was ever on stage in drag. And so this
Oh,
felt like
wow.
it was kind of this full circle moment.
Mhm.
Also, I just think Michelle is like the epitome of drag. She's done this job
Mhm.
for like how long? 2012? She's like been doing it.
14 years almost.
Yeah, I think it's one of those classic things where Michelle is the first cis woman, I believe, to ever main host a drag franchise.
She is. Yep.
And so it is kind of unfortunately keeping with every industry where it takes a woman who is incredibly qualified 14 years to finally get a fucking promotion. So I'm so
Yep.
and Michelle is incredible. She's like, she knows her shit. She's been in the buses on the tour with the divas. She knows everything about every drag queen. And she loves it. She loves drag and she respects what
Yeah.
we do. So it's like, you couldn't ask for a better person to judge you.
She might be one of, if not the most qualified person to host Drag Race, honestly.
Aside from RuPaul, no one has seen everything, been
Yeah.
everywhere. I think it's
Yeah.
preposterous to think that she isn't qualified. Like, of
Yeah.
the few people in the world, she's the most qualified. And like, you know, at the Olympic Games, like the people that are judging gymnastics aren't all elite gymnasts. Like they are just
Right.
excellent skilled. So I love Michelle, and I think and I think, you know, it's the work speaks for itself. Everyone has loved watching her because she is such a genuine and warm human being.
Yep. That is the word we used all season to talk about her as warmth. It was like
Yeah.
there's just this warmth, this energy, this enthusiasm that she brought to this season that really made it, not that any other season wasn't watchable. They're all very watchable in their own different ways, but there was this like rejuvenated, I use the term renaissance all season to describe season 4 of Drag Race Down Under. There just felt this new renaissance rejuvenated energy that I absolutely loved. Now you started the season strong, 2 wins back to back. You join an elite club of people to get 2 wins right off the bat. How did it feel getting those first 2 wins, and how do you think it propelled you to ultimately snatching the crown?
I think it was really dangerous because once I got those wins, it kind of unlocked something inside of me. Like I was like, well, no matter what, I've won 2 episodes on Drag Race Down Under. I can go home with my head held high. If I go home like the next week or whatever. So from that point on, I was like, I'm just gonna make every decision that I want to make. I'm gonna do the thing that I find the funniest, even if I think that it's kind of not in keeping with what's gonna win me the episode. And
Yeah.
so that's what I did. I just kind of was like, fuck it. I'm just doing like I'm gonna do Lindsay Lohan. This is what I want to do. This is what I find funny. And so like that was the dangerous thing about winning, was that it kind of unlocked the stupidity in me.
Definitely.
Absolutely. It was you were just a joy. You were just a joy to watch. I told Logan, I was
Thank you,
like,
love.
one thing about Lazy Susan, I was like, she is one of these queens that is just smart. She makes me think when it comes to her drag. You're so intelligent and so smart. Like, you thought about stuff that I would have never even thought about. I was
Mhm.
very like in awe
Mhm.
of watching you this season, I will say.
That's
Yeah.
so
But
sweet.
all true. Um
All true.
Snatch Game. We gotta talk about Snatch Game real quick. I have to talk about Snatch Game. Because I need to know how many characters did you have in the Rolodex? Like, how many characters did you have like planned? And um any thoughts of I'm trying to read, but it's bad for me. I shouldn't do that.
I was trying
Any
to read on the show as well, and it didn't go
Yeah,
well.
it's not
Yeah.
good for me when I try to read. But any thoughts on choosing Lindsay instead of the horse or Werner Herzog?
The horse.
The horse.
The horse.
That horse. So I have auditioned for the show 6 times. Because I
Mhm.
auditioned 3 times for the American one as an American myself, and then
Mhm.
3 times for the Australian one. And so I have developed a shit ton of like audition Snatch Game characters. I like had
Mhm.
Joan Rivers, I like like everyone, and like had to slowly cross them off as they were getting used on the actual show. And
Mhm.
then going into the show, I was like, okay, I've got a great Werner Herzog. I've got a like great like Farlap the horse, which is a very famous horse down here in Australia.
Yeah.
Um, and then on the day I was like, but I do have this just like kind of otherworldly, incredibly accurate version of Lindsay Lohan. And so I kind of
So
had that question
accurate.
of what I know, and that was the issue, is that I was like, I can either do the funny thing, which is the horse, or I can go
Mhm.
for accuracy. And I went for accuracy over comedy, and unfortunately, I think that tripped me up, because it's like, being a profoundly talented thespian doesn't get you everywhere in the
Yes.
Snatch Game, because obviously it's a comedy challenge. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but Lindsay's people did reach out, and
Oh, really?
yeah, of course, yeah, yeah, yeah. They were just, it was a cease and desist, but I was happy
Yes.
anyway.
You know,
I think they
you
were
know,
they were
it
worried that it was just a bit too accurate.
just I think you had just the most accurate. It really was just such a groundbreaking Snatch Game in
It
so
was
many different ways. Just so
it was
profound,
incredible.
so unique. I loved every moment of it.
The best part of coming back from the show was I heard from the head producer. She was like, "We've never had to check so many things with legal as you being on the show, because you said so much stuff about Disney on that
Yep.
Snatch Game that we couldn't use. And
Yep.
then you kept saying Bush did 9/11 just to, like, whenever the camera was on you. And like like I was just like, the camera would be on in the workroom. I'd be like, Bush did 9/11 and Hugh Jackman is
Oh my.
gay. And then they were like, apparently you can't say that Bush did 9/11 because it's it's
Yeah.
libelous. You can say Hugh Jackman is gay because it's true.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
Even a
Good.
lawyer can't argue that.
I love
oh
it.
man.
I love it. Now,
Yeah.
amongst so many phenomenal things you did on the season, we have to talk very quickly to wrap up about your runways, because hello, innovation, uniqueness, the nerve to
The
wear
nerve.
all of those. But our universal favorite, I think we can all agree, was your Liquid Dreams runway. It was
Oh,
a concept that I had been waiting to see on Drag Race for so long. Talk about that runway a little bit. And then, was it your idea to have the girls throw water on you and Untucked? Or like, what was that whole situation like?
uh, Yes, I love that fucking outfit. That was so exciting. I was so excited to have the opportunity to waste money on things that I'd always been eyeing off. Like
Yeah.
me drunk at 1 a.m. is the most dangerous thing on the internet because I will
Yeah.
just be like, oh, hydrochromic ink. They only sell it in England. Oh, I da da da. But as soon as
Yeah.
the show came on, I was like, I'm buying that. I'm getting
Yeah.
that. We're designing the fabric. We're doing everything. And then yes, of course, like I was like, well, we didn't get to really show it off enough on the runway, kind of for OH&S reasons, because they didn't want to
Yeah.
like have a wet runway. They've killed enough girls down here.
Yeah.
And so instead, yeah, I was like, can we do it in Untucked? Can the girls throw
Yeah.
things on me? And so it was a little bit of a producer moment where I was like, we're doing this now.
I
We
love
like
it. I
at
love
our
it.
car, we were kind of like we would invent lots of little things that we wanted to do, and then we would just go up to production and be like, "Can we do this?" And they'd be like, "Okay, fine. Just you've got 5 minutes."
I
I
live. I
love that.
live. Lazy, you are an icon. You are a legend, and you are the moment. Now, come on,
Come on
now.
now.
At least
Come
until
on
they
now.
crown the next winner of Drag Race Down
Yeah,
Under. But
there's been 5,000 other seasons since we finished filming. So,
yeah,
yeah, I'll enjoy this next 5 to 8 minutes, and then I'll move about
great,
my day.
great.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're so happy for you, darling. Thank you so much for talking to us. And again,
Thank
you
you.
won Drag Race. How fun! How
How
fun!
fun.
I'm rich, kind of.
Yo.
Um,
We love you, Susan. You're great.
oh,
We love
bless you.
you,
Thank you so much, guys. Cheers.
of course.